So this is our selfish years.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too.
You?
Done wiping butts.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I'm like, this is
Help
more
do the dishes.
if you like Goonies, that part in Goonies, this is our time. This is our time. Unqualified, unsolicited, and totally honest opinions on midlife.
What do you have for us today, Barbara? I know you tried desperately to tell me this topic before we started, and I resist it.
I was like, let's just do that one time and have you know what we're going to talk about.
Our throngs of fans do not want it. They want me to be the naive monkey.
Yes. And I'm like, here's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
the all-knowing wizard.
Yeah. Do you have any guesses of what we're going to talk about?
Slip and slides.
You're wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
that's the first thing that came to mind.
Okay. Well, I do love
hopscotch.
No. I do find it fun to find topics because it's something either my friends are talking about and like heavy on our minds or hearts, or I've read about and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so true. Especially midlife. There's so many things we can cover. And
every time we talk about midlife, I kind of like lose a little bit of my soul. I feel it's so lame. It's so lame.
You don't identify.
No, God, no. I have a tough time. Yeah, no way.
You know why I'm okay with it? No, I see the positive of it. I think there's more positive than negative.
What? Why?
Because I feel like your 20s, you're figuring it out. 30s, you still don't know who you are. 40s, you're like, that's when I'm like, okay, I feel like I fit in my body. I'm like, okay, like I know who I am. I don't put up with a lot of the crap that I used to. I have more confidence. I have
more aches and pains.
Well,
less hair.
But in the 20s, you like had some negatives too.
It was all roses for me.
Really?
Yeah.
So you gotta pick like a
no. I honestly, I'm very thankful for every moment we get. It's just it's crazy to be like, oh man. I guess midlife to me really is on that cusp of, is it half full, half empty? Are we halfway there or not? But that's such a funny way to look at life because you're not guaranteed 100 years or whatever. No. So I could have hit my midlife years ago, you know what I mean? Or maybe not even there yet. So like, yeah, I don't know. It's still like,
I think midlife is an invitation to be like, eyes wide open and going, what are the things I want to do? Because I have time, but I don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah, I never thought I would be on a podcast talking about midlife.
There's tons of things I don't think I projected that I'd be like talking about aging parents all the time.
Oh my goodness. Who the hell are we?
Yeah. That is so on what I was going to talk about today. And that is that our like playing safe in our comfort zones isn't going to get us, a lot of us, where we want to go. And when I've seen people, either friends or even online, people that have gone outside of their comfort zone and either moved to a new place or they've tried a new business or they started a podcast that was kind of scary and unknown, that they're just so much better for it. And that now is the time, because a lot of us have more ability and like the want. And again, we have a lot of time, but not endless amount of time to do these things that have like that little inkling in your soul of like, well, that would be fun. Maybe I'll write that book. Maybe I'll do that thing. Maybe we've talked about hobbies.
Yeah,
and stuff like
I felt like in my 20s, I had a lot. So pre-kids, we had a lot of time. Then kids gobbled up a lot, like young kids. And now we still have kids, but they still gobble up a lot of time. But so I guess, what are you saying?
Well, I think it's like a big growth time of whether you're like, go try a new hobby, go do a class, go start something. Like if you're not happy at your job, speak up for yourself, or just doing these little things of when you're feeling really comfortable and you're feeling like your world it just kind of shrinks because you're not pushing these boundaries out at all anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely spoke to the virtues of hobbies. Purely just because of like watching our aging parents with cognitive issues not have anything to do. And I think my dad's decline started kind of immediately after he retired.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fast.
Well, one big thing is regret. Like when people...
And he had no hobby. Sorry, that's the point of that.
No hobbies, yeah. But the one big thing is like regret math of when you're nearing the end of your life or you're old and older and you're not at the level where you could start something new, like in your 70s or something, you are for sure, there's statistics on this. You're going to regret more what you didn't try doing than what you did. And that is a huge motivator for me because I now pick things and say yes to things that I'm like, would I regret not doing this?
Yeah.
And I feel like we have this big window in our midlife
Sure.
to do these things. Like, and that
I don't. Here's what I object to.
okay.
I don't know if we have a window. I think we have an understanding that there's a need to do more things or to find other things.
You mean because of the regret or
no?
what?
Maybe I think maybe call it wisdom, call it aging, call it a desire.
Yeah.
Right. I think that I don't because I think that people would contend that we don't have as much more time. But I do think we're available or we have a desire to make it work more so.
Right.
Like if you listen to the last episode where we're talking about finding 30 minutes in the morning to start your day off, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we would have done that when we were younger. And then now, so there's a wisdom component that helps make us go, no, that's actually probably not a bad idea.
Right.
Right.
And I think that period when we have younger kids, we're choosing them and we're like, we're not thinking about our needs.
So this is our selfish years.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too.
You?
Done wiping butts.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I'm like, this is
help do the dishes.
If you like Goonies, that part in Goonies, this is our time. It's our time. But I do feel like
I applaud the reference. Great job. Yeah, no, I think you're right. So that's what I think. I don't think there's more time. I think there's a demand. And I do think that God, this is kind of morbid, but you do see I see my dad, I see your mom, and I'm like, oh, it's not getting any better per se. So I picked up the guitar. I'm like, I really want to learn it. I guess I have the dexterity and the desire and, I don't know, the ability to do that now. So therefore I'm trying, so I think maybe that is, maybe it is. Yeah. Maybe it's, it's selfish, which is fine.
But in a good,
yeah.
Selfish is not bad. I mean, we're not selfish people. We think about a lot of people, but I think I'm a better person because I am choosing things that
it's the whole crashing airplane. If your oxygen mask isn't on, if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else.
Exactly.
That metaphor works pretty much across the board for anything in one's life.
Yeah. But when we started this podcast, a big reason we wanted to is we were like, hey,
show
this
off.
is something totally. We are so showing off. Look, Mom. My mom's like, what is this? And I'm like, it's like a radio show. It's like, and
you just introduced it to my mom.
Yeah, I did.
We were like almost 50 episodes deep. And then.
Yeah. Well, your mom is going through a lot with your dad because your dad's has dementia. Yeah. And so she, I think, is feeling so guilty for any joy that she's getting.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you need to get back out there and start walking. It's okay. It's okay for you to do something for yourself. And so I said, why aren't you walking? And she's like, well, I'm by myself now and I have nothing to listen to. And I go, well, why? Do you have headphones? And she goes, no. And I'm like, what phone? I walked her through. I was so proud of myself. Yeah. I was like, go to settings. I'm like, tell me what iPhone you have. I'm like, boom, you have headphones tomorrow. I go, and guess what? I have something cool for you to listen to. So I sent her an episode on our podcast and she was like, this is so cool. Like, it was really fun. So that's,
Yeah. That might be a topic for the future though. Just so I know I'm not supposed to know them or I don't know them.
No,
but talking about caretakers' guilt for doing something fun for themselves.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah, because I think my mom feels a little bit like she needs to be in purgatory because my dad's not.
I feel like that's...
and she needs to give herself grace. But anyways, that's it. Well, maybe there'll be a new one. But yeah. Okay. All right. So, what the hell are we talking about?
Why we started the podcast. I think we started.
That's what we're talking about? No. Well, what's the topic of this podcast?
Getting out of your comfort zone.
Oh.
Because the podcast was like, we were.
I think I would love to find a comfort zone in my life.
But I think
I feel like I've been rocking out of comfort zone since day one.
You and I are actually very good at that. Like we are color outside the lines type of people. Yeah. We are not very conventional in what work wise or I've had conventional jobs and stuff, but I don't fit. I'm a very round peg and square holes and
you just slip right through.
No, I was like
then the other way.
Yeah. Whatever.
A square peg in a round hole.
Whatever. Yeah. But
or a triangle and a
but I
diamond.
was really trying and it just wasn't working.
You're more complex. Maybe you're a hexagon.
Oh yeah. I feel more hexagon.
Yeah.
But I definitely when you gain skills to be like, okay, I'm not like everyone else. Like I'm the kid on Sesame Street that's like, I'm not like the other.
One of these kids is not like the other.
And I always loved that.
Yeah, me too.
But in that, like that's where growth lives, is out of the
the other side. I'm hearing the exact side you were supposed. Yeah, you got to drag your hair out a little bit. It was just poofing. No, one more. Now that we took a stop. Okay, there you go. Now it looks good. So I will do the exact hand on the exact side.
Fixing your imaginary hair.
I pointed to you and said, "Hey, do that," and then I did this.
I was like, "What is happening?" I'm so not a hair person. So I'm like,
me either, because I don't have it.
Wow, we cannot get through this part.
All right, go.
But it was nerve-wracking. It was not comfortable to start this podcast. I remember we had 20 episodes that we had sat and did before we announced it, because I think we were both
like, should we do this?
Who are we to do this?
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
And then number two, what will y'all think about it?
It's
scary.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna be like, this is awful.
They're idiots. Yeah.
Yeah, like, why are they
all the voices in the brain?
All of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I remember making the announcement, which was like a baby announcement, because I was like, I want to throw them off, because it's like, we're having a midlife. And then who was it? Maddie did the like confetti popper.
Yeah.
And that was comedy in itself, because one backfired and then anyway. But it
started out as a shit show, and it's still
but
a poop show now.
But I love it because it does push us, and what we're getting out of it is so much, because we're getting quality, like one-on-one time where we get to have uninterrupted time to talk about a lot of things that are going on in our life. I think it's really fun to have a topic where I'm like, I don't even know what you feel about this, and see what you bring to the table.
Right.
And I think that what we talk about is very relatable to people. And I've just been blown away by how much positive feedback we've been getting about that. People are like, oh my gosh, I love it. You guys are funny. This is so me. And I'm like, that was my whole goal, is to positively affect people. Share a shit show. So we've grown a lot.
Well, had we not gone out of our comfort zone, we wouldn't have done it.
We wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. So
to be comfortable is to be safe.
Yeah, and it was easy to not put ourselves out there.
Easier to not do this than to do it. But like, I
mean, I hate the sound of my voice, and I got to sit here and edit these damn things.
Right. I don't think anyone really loves the sound of it. I'm so used to mine now, because I'm like,
you do a lot. But
I do a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
but anyway, so that's me saying, we're just going outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
But sure.
And I think I always try and do, and I think you're very good at this as well, is always trying to push ourselves of like, when I'm comfortable, I'm like, oh, nope, gotta go. Even starting my own business was scary. I'd never started my own business. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I the person to help people with their aging parent? I'm like, well, there's no one doing it. I bring a lot of light to the topic, but you're like, oh God, I wrote a book. Are people going to buy it? Do you have aging parents and you're still raising your kids? Then welcome to the sandwich generation. It can be super overwhelming, but I've got you. I wrote an ebook that helps you save time, energy, and money. And you can get your copy on thesandwichgen.com/ebook, and it'll help you with all the things you need. And it's
more often than not, we're probably our worst judge. I mean, and I'm not the person who said that. I'm sure there's numerous other people, blah, blah, blah.
I just feel really lucky, because I think the number one thing of pushing yourself is having your tribe around you that's supportive, and that you can be like, hey, I'm a little nervous about this. Can you check it out and really like tell me if it sucks or not?
Yeah. And I guess not listening to the other outside noise, because that next tier, because some people that I work with, they're subjected to a lot of comments. And I'm always like saddened by how people will behave in a comment section online. Right. I don't know if they would ever say that to someone's face in their entire lives. So why people feel they need to lash out or speak like that?
I think when someone's brave enough to step outside the lines and go and try something.
If it's not for you, then just move on. I know.
That it says more about the person saying the comment than it does the person doing the thing.
Sure.
And so you're either bringing up like their own fears or beating themselves up that they didn't do it, and they're angry at themselves. And I just always, we don't.
So I don't listen to it. I don't, for any of the shows I do, I don't look at any of it.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't.
Exactly. There's always going to be haters or whatever. But I'm so grateful for our people we know and people we don't know that are like, hey, I listened to the show.
It's not
This
too
helped me or
bad.
this. And I'm like, oh my God. And not even that it's so personal, like you thought it was great. No, it's that you got something out of what we had to share or what we're going through. And it made me like, it just makes me so elated. And I'm like, that's exactly why I wanted to do this, is because there is so much that's so private and you and I are I don't think there's anything off the table between like Willie.
No, but
It's vulnerable and that's scary and that's not comfortable. And we have to trust that, like, hey, we've been through a lot, but we are where we are because of it. And like, just trust that if that, what it could do to positively affect others is more to me than the risk of like, oh God, they're all going to laugh at me. So
is that your litmus test for telling people, hey, if there's something out there that you want to do, get out of your own way and go do it, because seize the day, right?
Seize the day.
It's not going to get.
And you are needed. And one of the coolest things I've heard is if it's in you, it is for you. So what do you take of that when I say if it's in you, it's for you?
I think if you have a desire to do something or experience something or see something or whatever, if you have a passion for something, then it's for you. And then like go attack it. And it doesn't need to be a lifelong thing, like I think okay, and I talk about this a lot, but I guess this is new in my world right now. I started out for some reason doing the banjo because I thought maybe that was easier or less obscure, less people really know how good a banjo player is. Because I really wanted to play the guitar, but there's so many good guitarists out there, and I was afraid, and so I did this circumventive way to get to where I want to do. So like, had I just said, that's in me, let's just go do it, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Like if you want to be, an artist, good or bad, if it's in you and you have a passion for it, go do your art. Like don't. I guess because had I not, I could have just gone for what I want right off the bat. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I went around to get to where I wanted to go.
A little safer.
It was in me, but I was afraid, and so like that's.
But you know what you did is you did something. You did an action.
Sure.
And one of my best friends, who's one of the best coaches, she's been coaching forever, and I'm so lucky to
what kind of coach?
She's like a life coach, and she also is like a CEO coach of how people can work together better. And there's better terms for it. And I'm not doing her service because she is so amazing. Yes. And but she always says like a path leads to a path. You just got to get on a path. And I, for so many years, was like, I love like positively affecting people. And
you've said that forever and never really like.
And then I was like, but I would get on a path and I'd be like, oh, it wasn't this path. Oh, I did this. I mean, I had a podcast before this one and I had a ball, but I was like, I don't know what I'm like. I love shining light on others. We'd have guests on and stuff, but it's like, I don't look at it as a failure. We had 163 episodes and we had a good time, but it just kind of came to that point and I was craving to like have you on as a guest, and like you and I were going through moving my mom in and all these other things. And it just, but that path led to me doing a podcast with you.
Yeah. So like don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up, but do something because it'll get you where you're meant to go. And the journey is where the magic is.
Yeah. I mean, my mom would always say that and I hated it. And it's so true. And it's so great. I hate it because you want to be there, but sometimes
the pile smaller.
She would say that one too.
The journey is where the magic is. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what?
Because our computers shoot out like things, which
but that was in there too. That was one of her wisdoms.
Yeah, but it's
like,
so true.
Yeah, it really is. And if you don't enjoy the journey, you're not really going to enjoy the reward anyway.
If you don't have it in you, or you're like, my life was good, I feel secure, I'm not willing to push it. Awesome. But if you strive for more, if you have that little, like, just that little feeling, my other friend who's awesome, who's a coach too, she's like, calls it a niggle. It's like kind of this like nagging kind of like
nagging wiggle. Is that why it's a niggle?
Niggle in you. That's like, oh my God, what about this? What about like percolating inside? She's like, you should explore it.
I think we should all,
in your life, you're going to regret not doing that. And what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to have 163 episodes on my podcast that did like get out there and you had fun and I learned a ton and I got to meet so many amazing people and shine light on them and like help them out. Like awesome.
Yeah.
But and like it just everything got me to where I am and I'm really happy where I am, but I wouldn't be here had I not gotten uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's important, especially as we start to fade, that we do go attack those things,
And
you
that
know?
we still have so much to give. And I
Yeah.
brought it up on another episode is that so many amazing things were started by people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, like huge, amazing businesses.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we're not done. And not that it has to be a huge business, but just do those
A
little things that
hobby,
you're
though, but a hobby that will
"Oh, I
carry
wanna
you.
try that exercise class, but I'm so scared because I suck at Zumba or whatever it
Yeah.
is." Like,
Yeah.
then do it. If something's like you want to, but you're scared, definitely do that. That is like life's invitation for like, come on, I see you.
I
Come
double
on.
dog dare you.
Yeah, like get out of your comfort zone and come, and you'll be better for it. I just saw someone online that moved kind of half year to Miami or Palm Beach, Florida, and she was
Sweet.
like, "Oh God," because her husband did it, and so obviously she's going, and she was so nervous to make new friends in midlife because she had her comfort zone, she had her life dialed in,
Yeah.
and she is having the best time, and it's so fun to watch. And like, just I've heard it with so many other of my friends. My friend's starting a needlepoint company. She's been an artist forever.
Sweet.
Like, just all these little things, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
so cool. There's a woman celebrating in our area that we live. She is in her 40s, and she's went to school, got her license for being an esthetician, and she's opening her own place.
Good for her.
And like the amount of excitement and energy around her of this community, I'm like, hell yes.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
and I think it doesn't, and you also have to allow yourself to be like, if you try it and it's not for you, then fine. But you at least tried it. Like give it a little bit, and then if it's not in your game plan for the rest of your life, fine. But you did do
Did
it.
you do something?
Yeah, like you tried it. Yeah.
And then she might be like, oh my gosh, my favorite thing about opening this esthetician place was the actual, like, the store part. And
Yeah.
then she meets, like, at least she got there and then she hires an esthetician. She does that part.
So, I mean,
Like, it's
just,
getting her somewhere.
it's kind of just evolving, because aren't we here to kind of evolve and
Yeah,
better
but I
ourselves
don't think you evolve as much or
if you don't get out of your comfort zone?
you don't get out of your comfort zone.
Right.
And Tom Brady says it. We've talked about it a little bit before, but it's so true. Is that you will shrink. You won't grow as much. You won't expand. And I'm here to expand and push it. And it's a neat place when you're more confident and you're more secure in who you are, and especially when the world is screaming, when there's AI and people want real and they want you, and the more individual you can be,
Yeah.
because AI is very like cloned, you could tell it's all like, oh, this is too perfect. People don't want perfect. They want
Authenticity.
authentic. And it's like, then go share your authenticity in whatever form that is, or just be more you and follow that niggle, that joy, that
Yeah.
whatever. That
And
is.
even be more you also means be more you of the you don't know is you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense too? Because we all know us as this one entity.
Yeah.
And something else might be outside our quote unquote reach. That's not quote unquote us, but that is us.
Yeah.
Because if it's in you,
Totally.
it's for you.
Yeah. And
did I throw you?
is.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. You said that.
But I do love that, because that, some things will just get you like, oh, a little aha. But that quote was because there's so many things. I mean, I'm multi-passionate, and there's so many things I've been like
Multi-passionate.
like things that
Yeah.
sound fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
And
yeah, I
when
like
I
it.
heard, if it's in you, it's for you. It gives you that confidence that it is possible. When I hear that quote, if it's in you, it's for you. Like, oh, well, then I can have that. I can go try that. Like, what does that take? And if you really break down something, like, give me something that would be like someone getting out of their comfort zone. Give me an example. I'm gonna break it down. Go.
Just
kidding.
painting.
Paint.
Like I think a lot. That's
artist.
pretty common for a lot of
Painting.
people. Maybe just
Painting.
yeah.
So someone could be like, oh no, because
I don't know what medium
what
to
do I
use, or
do?
where do I get the stuff,
yeah,
or how to
and it's
start.
like, I don't know. check out YouTube of like how to get started.
Yeah.
And it's easier. Everything is easier than you think, especially in this age of like their AI will help you. Like I'm able to put out a news or a blog every a week because it comes off of our podcast and it comes off of the content I do online. So I get to like put more of me out there because I have this help and everything's easier. And putting out a podcast is much
Right.
easier than it was 10 years ago. Like all the things are easier. So you can actually go try. Like people have come up to us and they're like, I've thought about maybe doing a podcast. And we're like,
Just do it. Yeah.
Like, try it on. Record some. Like you and I started, we're like, let's just record 3. And then we got 20. Because we were like, oh, and then we could talk about this.
Yeah.
Talk about this.
Yeah.
Then we talk about this. And then it like just
Everything
flowed
like
and we
that.
were having a great time. And then so we're like, well, there's something to it if we're having a good time.
And I think, but also it is easier these days, but it's also harder in a way because you can see more of how great other people are at XYZ when you start diving into it. So
But
it
you don't
seems,
know when they
it seems
started.
daunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Like even doing like I like watching, this is some super nerd stuff, but I like watching some other people do the high end like D&D campaigns and they put it online and
For
YouTube.
those that don't know,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like those DMs are like so good. And I'm like, wow, they know everything, but we still do it and we still hack our way through it and we have fun.
Watch the first time
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah.
And I love that when people like huge influencers or whatever, like not really influencers, but people that I admire online that are, like either about business or they're doing something else or they're like, self-help, whatever. And they're like, go back to my first reel. It sucked.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, but your reels are amazing now. Yeah, because I've done it 500
Bro.
times. And so I think people get turned off. I just wanted to bring that up because, they see other people and like, oh my God, they're so amazing. And I'm like, but they didn't start that. No one starts amazing.
Yeah. Well, even like back to the painting analogy, I think there's a lot of very famous paintings that are layered on other versions of AI, maybe even that same painting or B or, a different whole painting that they just didn't want to waste the canvas. So then just put the next painting right over it. So these are master artists. You know what I mean? They failed over and over and over. And then they layered on the Mona Lisa 3 paintings later.
They did it and they tried and they got uncomfortable. So here's your audible invitation.
Ooh. And visual. If you watch one. Yeah.
Watch us, and see me fix my hair. See Ryan playing with his faux hair.
Faux hair.
No hair. Like the imaginary. Of getting uncomfortable because when you get a little uncomfortable that there's so much magic on the other side.
Yeah.
And that a path leads to a path. And if it's in you,
it's for you.
It is for you.
Boom.
If you loved hanging out with us, hit that follow button and share this episode with someone who could use a little midlife magic. Now go rock the rest of your day.